There are a lot of people in this room, I think, that have much more experience than I do at multifamily. So I invite you to tell me I'm wrong about something or I'm lacking information. This is really intended for people who have never done a multi-unit building, maybe haven't done any rehab work. If I get no message across to you tonight other than think it through before you sign the contract, think it through before you start the work. That's the message. Make sure that you think your project through. You do all your homework, you do the numbers. The handout is almost the same as what's up on the screen, but not totally the same. So we want you to make sure that you do the planning stage of the project both before you buy and before your construction begins. The quality of a painting job, a painter will tell you, is dependent on the preparation. So think about that. If you leave the nicks in the walls, you leave the fur from the old roller that's stuck in the paint, you leave nubs on the walls, and then you put a nice quality coat of paint over it, what's it going to look like? It's going to look like you didn't do your prep work. You don't want the numbers on your investment to look like you didn't do your prep work. That's real painful. So first you've identified a target. We're not even going there tonight. You found a property that you're interested in. We'll start with that. Your homework includes evaluating sales comparables, evaluating rental comparables, identifying the acquisition cost. This may be a challenge. I don't think there's a way to make this advance. So I have to put the computer up there because the cord's not long enough, but I don't have a remote, so we have to work on our AV here. So let me see how I'm going to do this. All right, next. There you go. Acquisition cost, the renovation cost, and then forecast your cash flows. So this is an actual project that we're working on through the maintenance arm of our companies. I'm not going to disclose who the owner is or where the exact address is because I don't have permission to do that, but I do have actual numbers, yes. You have the name of the neighborhood? Brentwood, I think it is. I think it's called Brentwood. Right off New York Avenue and Montana Avenue. So Brentwood. So we have the appraisal. I looked at that. By the way, this is a deal I was not involved in the purchase. Larry financed it and sent it to us for renovation work, and I'll introduce the contractor in a bit. But first comp was $275,000, which worked out to $88 a square foot. These are all 4-unit buildings. Again, within a mile or less. There was $9,600 of seller assistance on that one. Comp 2 was $350,000, but still about $81 a square foot. It was renovated, it had central air, and the adjustment the appraiser made was $40,000 lower because of the renovation and $20,000 for the air conditioner. In other words, they're saying that property adjusts down to about $290 as a comparable comp. Everybody follow that? Okay, you're all experienced enough to know that. Comp 3, $365,104 a square foot. $10,000 of seller assistance. The unit that we worked on, 2,720 square feet. At the middle of the range, $88, the value is $240,000. Let's see if There's a picture of the front, and there's a house number, so we'll skip that slide. There's the floor plan that was actually drawn up by the appraiser. He looked at rental comparables. Somebody asked Hal if you deal with the income approach. Yes, this is a rental building, so there's the income approach. $4,400 rent on Comp 1 was $1.28 a square foot. Comp 2, $3,402 for $1.70, and Comp 3 was $3,600 for $1.32. The appraiser said our baby's going to rent for $3,800 a month, 4 units total, $3,800 total per month. Right, so about $950 a month, and $1.32 a square foot. Here's where we get into, I think kind of the way I want to look at what we do today is we're going to look at all the mistakes that the buyer of this building made, which is why I didn't even ask him if I could tell who he was, because he made a bunch of them. Not that I think he bought a bad building. In fact, I think he got a pretty good deal. But he couldn't make a decision. Now, this particular owner, no, does anyone other than Larry know who I'm talking about? Because I want to be careful what I say. All right, good. He's got a fiance who he calls his project manager, who thinks she knows everything about renovations. And she's been our contact person. Might let Josh tell you about her in a minute. But anyway, so make a decision. Are you going to do new kitchens? Are you going to do bathrooms? Are you going to install central air? Are you putting in plastic tub surrounds or ceramic? Going over the existing ceramic? Carpet or wood? Do you have any idea how hard it is for some people to make those decisions? What color paint? Do you know we had our painters in there with the rollers going up and down the walls, and they came in and changed the paint color? I said, I got 40 gallons of paint sitting right there, this color, which we could use somewhere else. Not a big deal. You know, they went out, they picked their paint color. They're thrilled with it. They did change the paint color. So this is what we had. Our artist canvas was functional but ugly old kitchens and bathrooms. The pink tile, they didn't want to keep that. They did make that decision early on. Front door all rotted out. I'll look at some more pictures here. I want you to be thinking about what should you pay for this building. What do you think your acquisition costs are? We'll come back to that, though. But the numbers that we're using, I should back up. This was an FHA 203K. So some renovation money was included in the loan on this property, and it was $35,000. I think that's the max they'll do. That's all right. Okay. So, anyway. I'm sorry, it's hard to do this upside down and backwards. They did decide that it would be in their best interest to put in hookups for washer and dryer. In fact, they're going to put washers and dryers in. So they told us, put the closets out on this porch area, run the water and the electric. So what question? Now, this is where I want you to start thinking. What questions would the contractor ask you? They're heated. I'm sorry. Stack or side by side? Why do I need to know that? Space. What else? Wiring, electric. There could be a 220 stack or a 110 stack. Venting, I think we dealt with that, but I'm not sure. Okay. But yeah, we were concerned with, are you putting stack and are you putting in 220 volt or 110 volt? Of course, after we got it all plumbed out and worked on the stack, they thought that maybe they should put in the side by side. That would be better, but we did talk them out of that. Select the proper contractor. Make sure they're licensed and insured. Yes? There was no thinking whatsoever on this project. I don't want to mislead anybody. They asked us for a price, and I'm going to show you some of the pricing that we gave them. There were cinder block walls out there. There were actually, in some of the back rooms, there are 4 back rooms that were closed in. There's some heat in there. Well, they didn't like our price. So, to do the extra bedroom in the back. So we took that out, and we got to work. We go there to show up the first day, and they've got a crew working on the back porch. They're doing their own work. Well, when you have an FHA 203K, one general contractor. Cannot have 2 in there. You can't be your own general contractor. So we turned around and walked out and told them, hey, when you finish all that, let us know, and maybe we'll be interested in coming back, and maybe we won't. Oh, and by the way, your contractor is not putting electric in that room, which won't pass an inspection. It's code. You have to have electric in a bedroom. So I don't think you'll pass for us to get our final draw. So we'll go back to our pricing when we have to tear all that out again and rebuild it because it's partially done. You're getting the picture of what this project was like? If I convince you to do nothing else, pick your contractor, define your scope of work, come to an agreement, and get the hell out of our way. Does it make sense? we actually have to tear up their drywall to run electric because they're doing everything backwards. So I did say get out of the way, didn't I? The project is not completed. It should have been. I've known I was going to do this talk for, 3 months now, and it took us about a month to get started. So we're started. You can see in the bathroom, we tore it all the way out down to the block walls. The plumbing was in good shape in this building. The wiring was in pretty good shape, other than it needed to be heavied up. But we kept the bathtub. Everything else in the bathroom went, and all 4 bathrooms. Kitchen's gutted out completely, and we'll have all new cabinets and appliances, new floors. Over in this area, we have a furnace and a water heater, and they had a problem. When the furnace kicked on, the air intake was down at the bottom of the furnace on the side, same side as the water heater. What do you think happens? Sucked the pilot light right out. So we've now moved the water heaters outside this room into that back porch area right around the corner there. That's about $5,000 to move 4 water heaters and all the vent pipes and water pipes and gas pipes out there. But then we took ductwork and ran it from that intake right out to the front of the wall, right out here. So it actually does suck in air from outside that closet. The closet can be closed in. Not real expensive to do that. We did talk to them about putting in central air. They decided they did not want to do this. Then they came to us, and what was the thing that they were calling it? Some European air system. There's some kind of a wall air conditioner. So they're going to put those in. I said, great. What's going to power them? Huh? Do you want to do that after we finish, and then we'll have the electrician come in and tear up everything that we've done and run you the electric wires for that? Oh. They decided not to do that. We'll just put window units in. Okay, do you want us to run the electric for that? What do you mean? You have to have a separate electric circuit for every window unit in the District of Columbia. So, well, then we won't do that. Okay, I wonder if your appraisal that told you were going to rent these units for $950 a month assumed you were going to put air conditioning in. Are you going to get $750 without it? Because we gave them a price of $20,000 for 4 units to put all the 4 central air units in. They didn't do it. My guess is they're still going to do it, and we did wire for it. What else do we do? We did the duct work is there, the wiring's there. So I think they're going to do it, and I'm going to show you later where I'm figuring they probably are going to do it. Yes. For 4 units. A coils and condensers on the roof. Which actually we quoted that price. Got that through our plumber, quoted them that price, and I noticed that on that appraisal that I just told you about, they used $20,000 for the 4-unit building air conditioner, so it must have been a pretty correct price. Oh, I can do that. So there's the new front door as opposed to the one that's on the front cover of your brochure. Josh was concerned I wasn't going to show the new front door. There's the new front door. You can see where the water heaters came out, and now they're moved into the back. Now here's the actual bedroom. Had windows in it because that was a back porch at one time. We're going to put a back porch bedroom someday, I guess, that has a window in it. So where's that window that you have to have for the bedroom? We're leaving the windows in. Are we putting frosted glass in? So frosted glass between the 2 bedrooms. But it'll still let the light in and provide an egress. So we're not doing the back room, but we are putting a window in between the bedroom and the back room. Still some more pictures of how it's starting to progress. The floors are in pretty good shape, but I think they're going to carpet over them. Now, here was a big surprise for everybody. DC, we're doing a heavy up. On the left, you see what the current electric meters look like. See that thing on the right? That's another building. That's what they're making us do. You cannot do a heavy up and keep those inside meters. You must put that big, ugly box on the front of your building. Look, that's on the front. The whole street, except ours has it. We will have it too. And that was $7 grand.